So I'm going to tell you what rods, reels are available to you as fishermen and what I use and why I use them. You have a lot of different options, right? I mean, I'm holding, oh gosh, this is just what I pulled out of my bag. Let me move these blanks. Yeah, I got a mess. Another rod here. Yeah. When you look at that, you think, well, doesn't one rod work? Well, yeah, it can. You got to put it in terms of ice fishing is the same as open water fishing. Rods have their purposes. Even in ice fishing, they have their powers and they have their actions. And they have different materials that they are made of. For example, this rod, as well as this rod, yep, one's green, one's red. Pretty obvious, right? They have different actions. This is a finesse noodle. It's a fiberglass blank. And this is a graphite blank. A lot stiffer tip, right? For namesake, this red rod, and for ice fishing, me personally, as a builder, I keep my rods color coded for customers, unless if they specify otherwise. You know, if they want a red rod or an orange rod or green rod, you know, got different colors. I even have glow in the dark. Oh, that's so cool. Ah. You know, as far as what I would use and why, when I'm using a graphite rod, and you got this little spring bobber here, I'm going to use that. Here, I even have I got this one lined up actually. I'm going to use that really. I prefer to use a graphite rod with a spring bobber when the bite is really tough. When I need to see the most light bite, right? I'm using, this is probably a 4mm tungsten jig, maybe 3. I don't know off the top of my head. But just, I mean, look at that. That's just the weight of the jig, right? Just a little pull, and you see that moving. That's all. When the bite is light, I'm going for a graphite rod with a spring bobber. Colors of a rod does not matter, obviously. I just do that personally so I know what rod is for what power, right? I mean, look, that's just black rod, green tip, spring bobber. Now reels, right? Especially in this situation, I haven't been ice fishing really long. I got into it in 2016, I'd say. A couple close buddies of mine got me into it. As far as reels go, this is a Piscifun ICX Precision. This model is actually discontinued. I started using this, and as you see, look at that trigger. So when you're holding that, you're just reaching through, popping that trigger, right? That's going to drop your bait. As far as I know, Piscifun is no longer going to sell these. When I heard that, I bought a bunch, right? I run a website. I try to get my customers or friends, whoever wants to buy these things, good products. So I've got about 20 sitting in my garage. I'll grab my spinning reel. having to open up a bail, reach over, close the bail, and then make sure that I'm not getting tangled around anything, you know. It's just so much easier. But that covers the graphite rods. Here I have the finesse rod, finesse noodle, right? This is a rod on a noodle that I'm going to use when the bite is on, you know, when fish are biting, and I don't need that spring bobber, you know. The tip is so light, I'm going to see it all in the tip. You know, it's one less thing you've got to worry about as a fisherman of failing. You know, it being right on the rod blank, you don't have to watch a spring bobber at the end. You don't have to worry about it freezing up or ice getting in it and not allowing your line to go through the coils, things like that. But we'll go over different handle styles. You'll see that are available on the market. Like this, popular with a lot of guys, they like bands. So this is just EVA foam I turned, glued to the blank, and I've got 4 bands, 2 on each of the reel foots, foot of the reel, to hold it to the grips. So there's that one. You have a conventional reel seat, you know, more in a pencil shape, so you can hold it like a pencil more for your vertical jigging, you know. You have, this is something I have not seen for sale in the market, but a guy I sell rods to, he has problems with his hands. I think he had surgery on his hand and he can't close his pinky. So he has a hard time gripping. So I've got the American Tackle Aero reel seat on here. This is a reel seat I use on my spinning rods for open water. This is on my walleye wrecker. This rod is stout. This is a, I think a 36-inch medium heavy for an ice rod. I mean, it's pretty stout. Look at that backbone in there. Immediately hitting backbone. It's pretty stout. This is a good reel. You can hold it like a pencil. You know, see how I'm holding it, just like a pencil. Or if you're sitting over your hole and you gotta jig it like this. Or if you're hole hopping. One thing I want to talk about also, this is another reel. This is another inline reel. This is the PC Fun ICX Frost. This is their, really their new signature line. These reels are sharp. As far as ice fishing goes, guys, this is the ticket. Comparing it to, you see the difference already. I'm holding this in my left hand. It's already right there, the trigger. Whereas this, I've got to reach through under the rod to hit the trigger. So it's a little easier, you know. It is a little heavier, obviously. There is a size difference, right? Noticeably a size difference. But, man, smooth, great reel. And you have your conventional spinning reels, right? This is a, I want to say a 500 series reel. Yeah, 500 series. I sell them also from PC Fun in the 500 or 1000 series of the Viper X and Carbon X. Both great spinning reels. I don't really prefer to use spinning reels when I'm ice fishing. I mean, obviously, I have, you know, spinning reel right there. But, man, once I started using these inline reels, I just fell in love. I truly think that if the bite is tough, and I just feel it gives it a better presentation. One thing that's nice is I've also noticed there's not as much memory on the reels. That's just me. I've really liked these inline reels, and for the money, they are hard to beat. I'm not gonna say it. I have a more expensive brand inline reel I bought for around $100. I really didn't care for it. That was my first inline reel. Right back to spinning reels. I didn't even use it. I used it once. How about that? But then when I got with PC Fun, I seen their prices. I just had to try them. You know, you just got to. You got to try them. So there you have it. As being a custom rod builder, you can get pretty custom, right? You've got finesse noodle rods. Oh, there we go. This is actually my power noodle. Let me put this up. See how it gets more bend to the action, whereas that's more, gets to a quicker tip in the backbone. That's my power. That is power noodle and finesse noodle. That's why I have them color coded. Well, what else? And as far as a different brand, this is another graphite rod I've got, purple. It's just things like that. I've got blue, red. I do recommend getting one of each. Get you a noodle rod, get you a graphite rod. Depending on the game you're chasing, whether it be like bluegill and crappie, maybe even perch, get a light or ultralight in your graphites. Get a power or even a finesse noodle rod. Those are going to work great for pan fishing, right? But when you start getting into wanting to chase the walleye or bass, even pike, right? Muskie fishing through the ice, you're going to have to beef your rods up. You're going to have to get a medium, heavy, medium, 36 or 42-inch ice rods. Something that's stout. This has got some meat to it. Whereas my carbons, my graphites, great pan fishing rods. So there you have it, guys. There's your equipment that if you're going to buy a rod and a reel for ice fishing for this season, for sometime in the future, or if you're looking to get somebody something for Christmas, it's not too late. Check out some ice rods. Either go to your local store or hit up a rod builder such as myself. Guaranteed to build you something that you won't find in a store. I mean, ain't that pretty sweet? Till next time, take care.